Hello, Harbor City Church. How are you? Here I am back in my backyard again, and I think I have minutes before I get rained on, so I will try to make this not only brief, but I think I need to do it in one take. Maybe you're also pressured, not only for against time, but for performance, and like you have very little chance to get it right. And sometimes we feel like that in this life, to live well and to do well. But I want to encourage you with a passage in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, where Paul, experiencing his own difficulty, he not only says that grace is sufficient for him, but also because of that great grace that he experiences in the midst of his weakness, he says, I will all the more boast about my weakness. I think that's a powerful passage because when we look at all the characters throughout the scriptures who were in fact used by God, they were used not because they were so great and resourceful or smart or good looking or powerful, but they were used precisely because they were brought to the point of weakness, or rather recognizing the inherent weakness, but also in the midst of that recognition, they found God. I think Gideon in Judges 7 is that good example. When he was called to be a warrior along with his 300, these were not the 300 Spartans warriors, but they were in fact really weak people, and they were not much of soldiers. But God used them in their weakness through the manifesting of his great power through their weaknesses. So I want to encourage you during this time when you feel pressure to get things done, get it right, and perform on a high standard, that, and I'm not saying you shouldn't strive to do excellently, but at the same time, when you meet the limits of your resources, I don't want you to despair, because in the midst of all these things, God will continue to use his power through our lives and in the lives of those around us. So we might want to look at how we might tap into the work of God that he's doing and experience his resource and his strength through these times. So I want to leave you with that, and also reminding you that we are ever more hopeful for things to go back to something like how it was, but in a step-by-step measure. We're not quite at a point where we can all get together as one large congregation just yet. But some people have actually got together for a watch party for Sunday worship. And if you're able to do that, if you are not too concerned and you would like to do that, then do reach out to your growth group people, your small group, and perhaps even community group in times to come. But do keep in mind that each household is allowed to have only up to 5 guests. So keep that in mind. Hope you can be encouraged, as well as encouraging others. And do look forward to this Sunday as we talk about the order that God values in our worship as we go to him as a congregation. So hope you have a great rest of the week. I think this one take thing is working out. I'm thankful. God is gracious. May he be with you. Bye-bye now.